to be making two panels for this baby romper. So this is one of the panels I have done behind camera. I already worked on this, so I'll be doing the other panel in this tutorial to show you how to get this done. So to do that, we will start by creating a slip knot, and I'm going to be chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go into the very first chain here with a slip stitch. I'm going to be chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll go into the middle space here with 2 extra double crochet. 1, 2. So we have 3 double crochet here at this point. Our chain 3 counts as a stitch, so we have 3 double crochet here. So moving forward, I'm going to be chaining 2, 1, 2, and I'll move into the same space in the middle with 3 double crochet. So we have 2 sets of 3 double crochet here now in the circle. So I'm going to chain 2 and repeat that again. So I'm going to chain 2 and repeat that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 here at this point. So I'm going to insert 1 more clusters of 3 double crochet in the same space. So I'm going to chain 2 and go into that same space with 3 double crochet as a cluster. So at the end of the day, we should have 5 clusters of 3 double crochet in the circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's when you know you're doing the right thing. And moving forward, I'm going to chain 1 and go into the very first chain here. I'm going to count 3 chain from the chain 3 we started with. 1, 2, 3, and at the top I'm going to go in there with a single crochet. So this is the end of row 1. Moving on to row 2, I'm going to be chaining 3. I'm going to go into this very first space here with 2 more double crochet to make it a cluster of 3. Remember, our chain 3 count as a stitch, so 2 more double crochet to give us 3 stitch in that first space. So moving on to the next space, I'm going to be placing 6 double crochet in the next space. So doing that, I'm just going to go in with 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So I have my 3 double crochet here. So I will chain 2 and go into that same space with 3 double crochet. So moving on to the next space, I'm going to be placing 6 double crochet. So for this row, I'll be placing 6 double crochet in every space. So I'll do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Moving to the next space, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So that is the matrix for this row. So we have 1 space here left. I'm going to place 6 double crochet in that space. Three double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So we have just the first space here where we started with our 3 double crochet in the space. So we have just the first space here. So I'm going to place 3 more double crochet in the same space to make it 6, just like every other spaces here. So I'm just going to go into that very first space where our 3 double crochets is at, and place 3 more double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and going to the top of the chain 3 stitch we made here with a single crochet to end. So I'm going to chain 1 and pull my loop. So I am done with a second row, and this will be all for this color. So I'm going to be changing my yarn right now. So to do that, I'm going to cut out this and bring in the new yarn. So for our second color, which is going to be the peach color, I'm going to go into the very space here where we ended the white color, I mean the second row. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, right? I'm going to go into this very first this same space with 2 more to make it a cluster of 3. So remember, I chain 3 count as a stitch, so we have 3 here. So moving forward to this other part of the stitch, this is where our pattern will start from, or the stitch that we are working with, and this is where I will start from. So moving on to the next, I'm just going to chain 1 and go into the space here with 1 double crochet. So for the next, I am going to be yarning over 2 times. I'm going to be triple crochet. I'll use a triple crochet for the next stitch. That's my point basically. So to do a triple crochet, for those that don't have an idea, you're going to be yarning over twice, 1, 2. So we have 3 loops on the hook right now. So I'm going to be working on the middle part, on the middle stitch here on our first row. Remember, this is our first row and this is our second. So I'm going to be working on the middle stitch here on this other cluster, 3 clusters. So I'm just going to go that I'm going to be doing back post too. So to do a back post, you're just going to go in like this. You can see how my yarn is, and come in from behind, pulling my stitch forward like this. So this is how to work a back post. I'm going to yarn over and pull. So I've successfully done that. So to complete our stitch, I'm going to be pulling this loop that we pulled out from the back of the stitch here. I'm going to be pulling it like an inch longer. So doing that, I will be yarning over. I will go through 2 loops, and go through the last 2 loops. So this is the stitch we'll be working on. This is how we are going to be doing our stitch going forward. I'm going to explain one more time for us to grasp. So to do that, I have placed our first pattern here, and you're going to be pulling the yarn a little bit like an inch longer, so we won't have our work looking funny. So yeah, so you're going to be generous with the way you pull your yarn. So moving forward, I'm just going to go into the same space here with 1 double crochet to make it a cluster of 3. Remember, we are doing 3 double crochet in each cluster. So moving on to the corner, I'm going to be placing 6 double crochet in this corner where our 6 double crochet is at. So I'm just going to chain 1 and go into the space here with 6 double crochet. So I will chain 2, 1, 2, and go into that same space with 3 more double crochet to make it a clusters of 6. So moving on to this next space where I was supposed to place 3 double crochet, I'm going to repeat what I did here on this next space. So to do that, I'm just going to go into that space with 1 double crochet first. Then I'm going to go into the stitch here with a triple crochet. So I'm just going to yarn over twice and go into the stitch here from behind. See the way I placed my hook, so I'm going to pull it from behind in a way that is going to pull the stitch forward. I don't know if you can see if this is focused enough. Yeah, just like this. And I'm going to yarn over and pull, and I'm going to pull this yarn a little bit. I'm going to be generous with it, so I will do like an inch longer. So we are going to be pulling it upward. Then I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 2 left. I'm going to yarn over, pull through all 2. So yeah, so as you can see, they are of the same height. If you don't pull the yarn a little bit higher, like 1 inch higher, it's going to make your work look, this is going to be shorter than this other. So we are going to be pulling in a way that they are going to be of the same height, and I don't know, the length should be the same basically. So moving on, I'm going to place 1 more double crochet in that same space. So we have 3 here, so I will chain 1 and move on to the next stitch here with 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and go into that same space with 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. So for the next space, we are going to be repeating what we did here. So when we get in between, when you should know that you're going to be working is when you get in between the corners where you have 6 double crochet. That is our corners, because we have 5 corners in this project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should know that when you get in between the corners, that's when you're going to be doing a stitch in each corner. So before we get to the corners basically, so I'm going to be chaining 1, and I will go into the very first stitch here with 1 double crochet, and I will be placing a pattern, a back post triple crochet in the middle. So I will yarn over twice, and I will go through the back just like this, yarn over, pull, and pull a yarn a little bit higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm going to be 1 double crocheting in the space to make it 3. So you're going to be repeating this all the way till you get to this point. I'll meet you when you are at this point. So you place 6 in the space here. So I'm at the end of row 3. 1, 2, 3. This is our 3rd row that we are working on. So I'm going to go into the very first space here where we started with 3 more double crochet to end the round. So I will chain 1. I'm going to the very first stitch here with a slip stitch, with a single crochet to end the round. So for our row 4, this is what it looks like at this point. So for our row 4, I'm going to be using the same color. We are doing 2 colors, 2 rows for each colors basically. So I'm going to be using the same color. So to do that, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I will go into the same space with 2 more. 1, 2. So I'm moving on to this page. We're just basically going to be repeating this same pattern, but the difference now is as we are going down the row, our work is actually expanding, so we have like a lot of work to do here. So moving on to the next page, I'm going to be chaining 1, and I will go into this space here with 1 double crochet, and of course, you know, the next will be a triple crochet. So I will yarn over twice just like so, and I will go into the middle stitch here on the down stitch. I'm going to go into the middle stitch here with a triple crochet back post just like this. You're just going to go in with your hook like this, pulling the stitch forward, and I'm going to yarn over and pull our work beneath the stitch. So you're going to be pulling your yarn a little bit higher, and I will yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. to make this, because definitely we are working with a cluster of 3, so I'm going to place one more in the same space. So I'm going in with a double crochet to complete the space. So moving on to the next space, I will chain 1 and move on to the next space with a double crochet first, and then a triple crochet, and then a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over twice and go into the middle stitch here with a back post triple crochet. So like this, yarn over, pull through, pull a yarn. So be generous with the way you pull, so you won't have your work looking tight and funny. So yeah, so you pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, triple crochet, and I will go in with one more double crochet to complete the space. So moving on to this space where we have 6 double crochet, I'm just going to chain 1 and go in with a 6 double crochet there, sorry. So we're going to place in 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So I'll chain 2 and go in with 3 more double crochet in that same space to make it a cluster of 6. So this is what it should look like at this point. So moving on to the next space, we're just going to be repeating every other thing we've done here. So I'm going to chain 1 and go in with 1 double crochet, then go, the next will be a triple crochet. So I'm just going to yarn over twice and go into the middle stitch here with the back post, yarn over, pull. I'm going to be pulling our work a little bit higher, like an inch higher. Then I will yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm going to go into the same space with 1 double crochet to end the space. So basically that's what you will do for around 4. So you're just going to do that all the way till you get to this point. So I will chain 1 and go into the same space with what we just did here now, and then I'll place 6 here when I get to this point, and repeat what we did here on this space and on this space, and I'll place 6, repeat, 6, repeat 6. So basically that's all you're going to be doing till you get to this point. So I just noticed I've been saying back post, sorry, it's actually front post. So I will chain 1. I'm still working on row 4. So yeah, so we are going to, I'm almost at the end, so we are going to be going to this space and this space. So I already chained 1, so I'm just going to go into the space here with 1 double crochet. So 1 double crochet. So the next will be our front post triple crochet. I kept saying back post, I'm sorry, it's actually front post. So going with the triple crochet into the stitch, I'm going to yarn over twice, 1 2 3, and I'll go into the space like this with the front post triple crochet and pull our work a little bit higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm just going to go into the same space with 1 double crochet, chain 1, go into the last space here with 1 double crochet, and then the front post triple crochet. So yarn over twice, go into the space, yarn over, pull our work a little bit higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, go in with 1 double crochet. Then we have the last space here, so I'm just going to go into the last space with 3 double crochet to end the space, or to end this round. So I'm just going to chain 1 and go into the very first stitch here at the top with a single crochet to end the round. I'm going to pull our work. I'm going to be taking out this color. I'm done with this color for now, so I'm going to be changing to the other pink, to the deep pink. So we are doing 2 rows for each color. So cut this out and color we're just basically going to be repeating, but there's going to be like a little different for row 5. And at this point I'm hoping we've already gotten what the whole work is about, the project is about, the pattern is about. So this is what our work looks like at this point. So for the next row I'll be going in with the pink color. I'm just going to go into the space where we ended with our next color, and I will be chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll go into with 2 more, just the way we've been doing all along, to have a 3 clusters of 3 double crochet. So moving on to the next space here, we're just going to be repeating what we did for every other space here. So moving on to the next space here, just chain 1 and go into the next space with 1 double crochet, and for the next I'm going to be placing the front post triple crochet here. So I'm just going to yarn over twice, just like so, and go into the stitch with my hook like this from behind, pulling the stitch beneath a bead, pulling it forward, and then I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and pull a yarn a little bit higher, like an inch higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So today for the next I'm just going to go in with 1 double crochet. So moving on to the next, it's going to be a little bit different. Remember here we just have 3 double crochet. The part we just completed, we just had 3 double crochet, but for the next we have a front post triple crochet here. So we are going to be doing something a little bit different, but nothing difficult. So we are just going to chain 1 and move into the next space with 1 double crochet, and moving on to the next, which is where our triple crochet is. We are going to be having a long triple crochet front post stitch here. So we are going to be yarning over twice, and it will be easier now to just pick because we already have a triple crochet here. So just go beneath the triple crochet just like this, and yarn over, pull through, and pull our work just the way we've been doing. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So moving on to the next, we're just going to place 1 more here. So we're going to be working on this other stitch here. So we're just going to chain 1 and move on and repeat the pattern we've been working on all along. So we're going to be placing a triple crochet in the middle stitch here. So I'm just going to yarn over 2 times and go into the middle of the middle stitch beneath, and yarn over, pull yarn a little bit higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So this is what it should look like at this point. So moving on to the corner, the first corner here, I'm just going to chain 1 and place 6 double crochet in that corner, yarn over, go in with 1 more, chain 2, 3 more. This is what your work should look like at this point. So moving on to the next space here, we're just going to be repeating every other thing we did here. So chain 1 and go into the space with 1 double crochet. So we're going to be going to the next with a front post triple crochet. So I'm just going to yarn over twice. Okay, let me do that again. Yarn over twice. You have 3 loops on the hook. Then we're going to go in from behind like this. As you can see, this is what it should look like. Yarn over, pull through, pull our yarn a little bit higher, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So I'm going to go into that same space with 1 double crochet. I'm moving on to the next space. We are going to be chaining 1, and remember we are going to be doing a long triple crochet front post here. So we are just going to yarn over, going with double crochet. The next will be our front post triple crochet that will be connecting on the previous triple crochet here. So I'm just going to yarn over twice and pull, go in from beneath like this and pull a little bit forward, yarn over, pull, pull, I yarn higher, 2, 2 and 2, go in with one more. So just going to go in here. Sorry, I always miss this. Chain 1 before moving on to the next space. So we double crochet, yarn over twice and go in from behind the middle stitch on the previous row, pull, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the lights, 6 double crochet. So this is what our work should look like, and at this point I'm hoping we've gotten the metrics of what this is about. So basically we are just going to repeat what we've done here all the way till we get to this point. So you're going to do that for row 5. So chain 1 and move on to the next with 1 double crochet, I'm at the end of the 5th row, so I'm just going to chain 1 and go into the space with 1 double crochet, yarn over 2 times and go into the middle stitch here with a front post triple crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So moving on to the last space here, we're just going to place 1 more double crochet here to complete the space. Then I will move on to the next space here, chain 1 and place 3 double crochet here, 1, 2 and 3, just like so, chain 1 and going to the very first stitch at the top here with a single crochet to end the row. So yeah, this is what our work should look like. So basically for the rest of the row we are going to be repeating, let me bring this closer. For the rest of the row we're going to be repeating row 5. So we are going to be repeating row 5 for the next 6 rows. This is 5. We're going to be adding 6 more rows to this. I made a total of 11 rows for this and I had like 3 rows extension in front. So you're going to be repeating to the 11th row. So you're going to do that, repeat row 5 till 11 row. And remember, as you're going down the row, your work is growing bigger and you'll be having more spaces to be working on or in. So yeah, so just be repeating. And remember, when you get to the point where we have a triple crochet here, the spaces where we have our triple crochet here, you're just going to extend it more with 1 more triple crochet in the middle, just the way we did in row 5. So basically that's just it. So you're going to do this till you get to the 11th row, and that is for a 0 to 3 months old baby. So yeah, so that's it. Basically we are still going to have an extension here which I'll come back to show you, but for now just keep doing this till you get to the 11th row. I will meet you at the end of my 11th row. So I'm almost at the end of my 11th row, so we're just going to complete this point. Then I'm going to show you how I did the extension here. There is an extension from where I ended the row here to this point, so I'll show you how to do that. Then we are going to join both panels together. So let's complete this row. So I have placed 3 double crochet in the corner space already, so I'm just going to chain 2 and go in with 3 more double crochets. So move on to the next space here. I'm going to chain 1, move on to the next space here and double crochet, yarn over 2 times and go into the middle stitch here with a triple crochet front post, go into the space with 1 double crochet. So chain 1, move on to the next space with a double crochet, yarn over 2 times, go into the triple crochet we have beneath here, with a triple crochet, pull your yarn and then triple crochet into, I'm sorry for the noise, my neighbors, it's just crazy. Chain 1, so I'm almost at the end of the row, so I will just go in with 1 double crochet, yarn over 2 times, 1 2 3, and go into the middle stitch here with a front post triple crochet, go into the same space with 1 double crochet, move into the corner here with 3 double crochet to end the row. Chain 1, go into the corner here with a slip, with a double crochet, with a double crochet to end the row. So I will chain 1. So this is what it should look like at the moment. So yeah, this is what it should look like at the moment. So we are just going to add 3 more rows to the top to give it that hilter top like look. So you're just going to add 3 more rows. So to do that, I'm going to start by chaining 3, 1 2 3. I will turn my work. It's going to be a little bit tricky because you are going to be working from behind. So I'm going to go in with 3 more double crochet, 2 more, 1 2, to make it a total of 3 in the space. So moving on to the next space, I'm going to chain 1 and go into this space here with 1 double crochet. So for the next, we are going to be picking the middle because we are still going to be maintaining the pattern we have been working with. So we are going to be picking the middle, so it's going to be a little bit tricky because you'll be working from the back. So you just have to yarn over 2 times and turn your work, and you're still going to be doing front post. Pick it this way, yarn over, pull through, pull your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So go in to that same space with 1 more and we are done. So this is what it should look like. Still same thing, but the problem now is we are working from the back side of the project. So we're going to chain 1 and proceed to the next space with the same thing we did. So go in with 1 double crochet, yarn over 2 times, pick. For this part, we will pick the triple crochet we have beneath. So you're going to pick that with the front post triple crochet we are about to create. Yarn over 2 times, yarn over 2 times, yarn over 2 times. Go in with 1 more double crochet. So this is what your work should look like at this point. So you're going to do that all the way till you get to this point. Chain 1, I'm at the end of the first row of our upper parts. So I'm just going to go into the corner here with 3 double crochet, 1 2 and 3. So we turn our work. Remember I said that I did like 3 more rows at the top, so we are going to go in with 2 more rows. So to begin the next row, I'm going to chain 3, 1 2 3. So we are going to skip the 3 double crochet here and move into the space here with our pattern, right? So we're just going to go in with 1 double crochet, yarn over 2 times and go into the space here with the triple crochet front post and go into that same space with 1 double crochet, right? So this is what it should look like. So you're going to do that till you get to this point. So basically just repeating same thing. Chain 1, move on to the next space, yarn over 2 times, pick, pull, go in with 1 more double crochet, chain 1, chain 1, moving to the next, So you're just going to do same till you get to the other end of our work. So for the next part, I'm just going to chain one, go into the same space with one double crochet, yarn over 2 times. So for this last part of the dress where we started with 3 double crochet, I'm just going to chain one and go into the very first stitch here. I chain 3 stitch here at the top with a double crochet. That way it's going to be like this other side. Remember we started with a chain 3 this side, so when you start with 3 double crochet in this space, you're going to end with 3 double crochet. But when you start with a chain 3, you are likely going to end with a chain 3. So basically that's how you get the edging. So for the next, I'm going to be chaining 3. This is going to be our last row for the upper part. So I'll chain 3, turn my work. We are still going to be working from the back for this last row. So I'm going to go into the space here with 2 more to give us 3. So moving on to the next, I'll chain 1, go in with 1 more and repeat the same thing we did for the first row for the upper part, this row. So yarn over 2 times and go into this with the front post triple crochet. So basically it's just repeating same thing we did for the previous row, like I said. Working from the back will be a little bit tricky, but you got this. So yeah. So you're going to repeat same all the way till you get to the point here. So I'm almost at the end here, so I'm just going to chain 1 and move into this space here with 3 double crochet. So I'm done with the upper parts. I did 3 more rows for the top, and this is what it should look like at this point. So we are going to be joining both panels together like so, but we are going to be doing it from behind, and this you can obviously see which side is the back and which side is the front. So this is the back and this is the front, obviously. So we are going to be placing it in a way that when we join the edge, the point here together, it's going to be behind, right? So you place it, this is the front and this is the front, so you place it in opposite direction. And since I have my yarn here already, I'm not going to cut off. I'm just going to slip stitch both sides together till the end and do same for this part, slip stitch till the end. So basically that's all there is for this. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue with the yarn I have here. So I'm going to go into the other part of our work. I'll go into the chain, the middle part here with a loop. I will chain 1 and I will be slip stitching both sides together till I get to this point. To make a slip stitch, I'm just going to pick the panel, go in with your yarn into the other panel and move into the next panel, yarn over pull, sorry, with single crochet. So moving on to the next, just going to go into both sides, single crochet, moving on to the next, single crochet. So basically that's all there is for this. So single crochet on both sides, or single crochet both sides together till you get to the end of to the both panels rather. So you're just going to single crochet all the way till you get to the end of both panels. And when you get to the chain one space here, you're just going to go beneath both chain one space and single crochet. So basically that's it. So you just single crochet your way down to the other part of the romper, the down part of the romper. So you're going to do that all the way, and you are going to do same for this other part to close up. So when you get to this point, you're going to close up and you leave an opening here. The downside will be open. We'll come back and do the finishing on the down part. So just go ahead and close up both sides. I will meet you at the end. So I have successfully joined both sides together. And as you can see, I already did one part of the leg and left to the side. I'll show you how to do this on this other side. So to get this done on this side, I'm going to start by creating a slip knot. Pick our work. So we are going to be working on this point where this other part is connected. So you're just going to go into that space there with the slip knot you created, and you're going to be chaining one. So moving on, we will be single crocheting all the way around till we get to this part of the romper. So you chain one more and move into the next stitch here with a single crochet. So we'll be skipping one, we'll be doing a decrease on this part. So we'll be skipping one stitch. So the stitch we'll be skipping will be the middle stitch in the 3 clusters of the double crochet. So I'm going to skip the second stitch and move into the next stitch here with a single crochet. Right, move into the chain one space with a single crochet, move into the next cluster with a single crochet. I'm going to be skipping the middle stitch. I'll skip the middle stitch and move into the next with a single crochet. So basically that's all there is for this row. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. Skip the middle stitch and move into the next with a single crochet. Place one single crochet on the chain one space, place one, skip the middle stitch and move into the next with a single crochet. So I'm at the other part of the romper. So we came from this point to this point. So I'm just going to go into the next stitch here with a single crochet. I will skip the one in the middle and go into the next with a single crochet. I'm going to place single crochet in the space here. All right. So moving on for our row 2, we'll be double crocheting all the way. So this will be the last row of decrease. We are not going to be decreasing anymore. So I'm just going to chain one, turn my work and double crochet into the very first space here, and I'll be double crocheting all the way down to this point. So yarn over, go into the space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'll be double crocheting all the way till I get to this point here, and I'll come back with one more. I did a total of 2 double crochet on this other side, so you should do same for this side. So you just go around, get to this point, come back from here to this point. So I'm at the end of the first row, as you can see. So we are going to go in with our second row, which is our last row. So you're just going to go around with another row of double crochet. So I'm just going to start by chaining one. So you chain one, turn your work, go into the very first space here with 1 double crochet. So moving on to the next space, you are going to be placing 1 more double crochet, and you'll be double crocheting in every space till you get to the end, this point here, and that is going to be our last row of double crochet for this part of the romper. So I just did 2 rows and that was okay. So you're going to do just 2 rows. You're going to double crochet all the way from here till you get to this point. So I am done with the other parts of this. I've even added one of the clips, so I will show you how to add the clip, the second clip to the side. We're going to be adding this clip to this, so you're going to get this from your local store around you. So you're just going to pick it out. So we're placing it down this way and on this other part. Right, I've already done this on this other side, so you're going to do this for this other side. Then you're going to thread your needle because we are going to be sewing in. So I don't know if you can see, just go through the opening here with your needle. So you're going to sew it in firmly like this. So I'm going to be tying a yarn from behind. You're going to do this as many times as possible to make sure it's firm. So this is what it will look like. So you're going to do the same for this. You're going to fix that here. Make sure it's actually on the same space so that when you clip, it will hold. So yeah, so that's what you're going to do. So you're going to do this on this other side. So I have successfully joined both clips together. This is what it should look like at this point. So you're just going to press on both sides And yeah, so this is what our romper should look like at this point. So the next thing we are going to be doing is the hand. I've done one part of the hand here, so I'm going to show you how I did this on this other side. So you're going to get your yarn and count 4 spaces from the middle to this other side. So we are going to count 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is too much. So 1 2 3 4. No, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we are going to start from this point. I'm just going to go in there with my slip knot. To go in with your slip knot here, chain 1. Then you're going to single crochet in every space till you get to this point where our joining is, where we join the back panel to the front panel. So we are going to stop there. So you're going to go into the very first space there with a single crochet. So single crochet till you get to the end. So I'm at the end here where back panel and front panel is connected here. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and double crochet all the way till this point. So you double crochet from this point to this point, and you're going to double crochet 12 times. I did a total of 12 rows from this point to this point. So you're just going to continue that way. Chain 1, turn your work, and double crochet till the end. Do that 12 times. So you're going to double crochet all the way to the 12th row. So continue doing that till you get to the 12th row. So this is the 12th row, right? I did a total of 12 rows of double crochet. So we are going to be connecting it to the back part here, just like this. So you're going to flip your work. You're going to be flipping your work inside out. And we are going to be connecting it this way. So you're going to start connecting from the point here all the way till you get to the point here. So we are going to be connecting with a single crochet, right? So you're going to go into the part here. Just going to go into that space with your loop. I'm not going to be cutting off, so I'm just going to continue that way. Connect from there. Create a slip stitch or fasten. Then I'm going to be connecting both sides together with a single crochet. So you're going to pick both sides together, single crochet here, single crochet, so you're going to single crochet both sides till you get to this point. So I'm at the end already. As you can see, we've connected everything. So I'm just going to chain 1, pull my loop, then cut it. So this is what our work should look like. So we are going to be flipping inside out again to the other side. So what's left now, we are going to be working on this side. We are going to be making the ruffles here. See the ruffles here? We are going to be making it on this other side. So to do that, I am going to create a slip knot, and I will start working. I will go down the arm part of the hand with a single crochet. So I'm just going to go to that the lower part of that part of the single crochet. I will chain 1, I'm going to single crochet. So you're going to single crochet from this point all the way to this point, all the way to this point. So let's go ahead and single crochet all the way around. So I am done with single crochet row. So the next row will be a ruffle row. So I'm going to chain one and go into the very first space here with 3 double crochet in that space. So I'm just going to go in with 1, 2 and 3 in that same space. So moving on to the next space, I'm going to place 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to be 3 double crocheting in one space, 3 double crochet in one space all the way around. Move on to the next, 3 double crochet, move on to the next, 3 double crochet, so this is what it should look like. So you're going to 3 double crochet all the way in every space till you get to this point. So I'm at the end of the ruffle row, so I'm just going to chain 1, pull my work, then cut. So this is what our romper is looking like at this point. This is what it looks like at this point. So the next thing I will do is I'll go around the neck part here all the way around with a single crochet to give it a defined look. So that is what we are going to be doing next. So just go around the neck with a single crochet. So I'll be using color white for that because I want white to be like the dominant color. So yeah, so just flip your work. You can decide to start working from this point, from the back of the hand here, because we are going to be working all the way around till we get to this point. So you're going to start by chaining 1 and single crochet in every space. So I'm going to single crochet from this point in every space all the way around till you get to this point, come up here to this point, and then single crochet back to this point. So basically that's what we are going to be doing for the neck. So single crochet all the way, just the way I have illustrated, till you get to the point where we started from. So I am back to this point where we started single crochet from. So I'm just going to go into the very first stitch to end the round. So yeah, so you just go in there, yarn over, slip stitch, chain 1, pull our work. So the next step is to weave in loose ends. So just go ahead and weave in all your ends. So this is the final look of our romper. This is what it looks like, and this is for a 0 to 3 months old baby. The sizing, I actually used my friend's baby to do the sizing, actually making it for her. So this row, 11 rows, the 11 rows I made before adding 3 more rows at the top is perfectly okay for her. So that was the row that was okay for her basically. So if you're going to make it for like a 3-month-old to 6-month-old baby, you can go ahead and add 2 more rows before adding the 3 at the top. Basically just do what you feel will be okay for the certain size you're working with. So yeah, so every other thing you can just maintain every other thing. The problem now is how to get the sizing for the baby you're working with. So this is what it looks like, and if this tutorial was helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe so YouTube will push this video to more people that will be needing this. I will see you all in the next one.